Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. There's a lot of work to be done. Do you want to come and have a quick look around the future Marika and me lounge bar? Obviously, we've had a lot of thoughts and a lot of comments to tell us what you think we should be doing, and hopefully those comments keep on coming in. Let's look at the place in a little bit more detail, shall we? This is the outside terrace, which is rather large, as we can see. So hopefully when it's done, one or two of you will come and join us for breakfast, or perhaps just sit outside and sup on a pint or two, like perhaps Tom from the Cyprus Nutters. He's looking forward to coming to the grand opening. Pop it in your diary, Tom, 15th of March 2025, and of course there will be a drink here waiting especially for you. Lady Sylvie, yeah, you could be right. The outside open air bar could be the perfect place to serve ice creams and crepes, and of course smoothies and all those kind of things to keep the younger ones entertained. Perhaps these archways could be painted in gold. Hopefully we can refurbish all of the wood doors. They all bifold and open up and let light inside. But I think the outside terrace will be the bit that attracts you the most, isn't it? So we're going to do it all up, redo the woodwork, make it a bit lighter, shall we say, with a lot of whites and a lot of creams. And of course, there could even be a table and chair actually out on the pavement as well. And for those of you who are watching who already live in Cyprus, well, there's a car park just over the road, so you're going to worry about parking. And of course, if you are familiar with Pop Life, the supermarket in downtown central Kato Paphos, you come into their car park and you keep on going and you come into the rear, which of course is our car park, and there's around about 15 to 20 spaces in there. And obviously when Pop Life closes at 8 o'clock at night, well, we get their car park as well, don't we? And of course there is a municipality car park to the rear as well. Now let's pop inside, shall we, and look at the bar, which we think is going to be the main feature. And obviously it is the main feature of any bar, isn't it? But this bar is quite a spectacular bar, and when we finish sanding it down and painting it up, I think it's going to be quite a spectacality of a bar indeed. And it's certainly got plenty of room for you guys to come and join us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar in downtown Kato Paphos. Obviously when all the doors are open and the lights are on and we use some lighter colours of paints and those kind of things, it's going to be a spectacular bar. And we do think that one or two of you are going to come and join us again and again. And of course, these little areas around the pillars, they're going to have some stools. So for the ladies and gents who like to sit around a pillar and watch the world go by, perhaps you could be imagining yourself sitting just there, or perhaps on that one over there, or perhaps on this one here. And of course, this is going to be the lounge bar area over here. So this is where we're going to have, should we say, those armchairs and those more comfortable areas for people to sit. And Marika's idea is to have her little boutique in this back area. And of course, that's quite important because for you guys who want to buy some of Marika's clothes that she's only worn once or twice, the generated profits will be going to the cats and the dog charities of Paphos. And of course, a lot of people do like a cat and a dog and want to make sure that they are treated with respect. So the two local charities, the Tala Cat Sanctuary and the Paws Dog Shelter, do take great care of the animals that come into their care, shall we say. Let's take you for a little walk. I know it's dark around here, but that's the open bar there, by the way. You can just see onto the terrace through the slats. So yeah, I think, Sylvie, that could be the great place to serve ice creams from and crepes and all those kind of things. And then this is the immenseness of the bar, and it is huge, isn't it? We're certainly going to have to buy a bottle of gin or two and a few other bits and bobs to fill up all of these shelves. But you imagine when they're all lit up, because there is lighting which will cascade down. And Baron Nigel of the Big Guns said, why don't we have some sign writing made with some of Marika's sayings, like cock a mouth, big balls, small balls, those kind of things. And yeah, maybe we will. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Nigel, and of course Caroline of the so sweetness, because they came and gave us their opinion yesterday, and to be honest, I was blown away. I expected them to walk in and say, oh my God, what have you done? But they actually walked in and said, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. And they had a good snoop around, and the man known as Baron Nigel of the Big Guns was having a look around for the pipes for the beers, and it would appear that there is piping for the downstairs bar and the upstairs bar. So that's a good thing, isn't it? We're probably going to have to renew it all, but let's hope not. Because the idea is, obviously, we're going to spend an awful lot of money. We understand that, but we've got to try and keep it capped, isn't it? Otherwise, it can run away with you. And on that note, if you do like what you see, please hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for our little adventures in and around downtown Paphos, or perhaps just come back for the weekly events as we take you and show you what's going on at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar as we start to clean it down, as we start to make some improvements. And like I say, we'd like you guys to get very, very much involved in the comments and tell us, what would you like to see? What colour scheme? Do you like the Hollywood staircase? Because that's something I think that looks quite spectacular, even in this state. So when it's been Marikaized and glammed, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, one or two people asked about the kitchens, and yes, Dayman, the kitchens are to the rear of the bar area. So I'll take you through. Don't be thinking a lot. There's not a lot going on in there, a lot of dirt and a lot of grime, but it is quite big. So we've got a rear entrance over there, and I think you call this a storage area. And we've actually got some swing doors there, although there is a blocked off wall behind them that will take you out into the lounge bar. So we're not sure what we're going to do there yet. We've got a staircase there. That takes you up to, shall we call it, a one-bedroom studio. So on late nights, that's probably where you're going to find Marika and myself, rather than driving home. There's not much point. If we're here till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll have a snooze. This is the kitchen area. Again, a lot of work to do. All we've got is the odd cupboard or two. And again, we've got another little staircase there that takes you up to a further one-bedroom studio. Both the studios have got bathroom facilities, so that's quite useful. And this over here is our cellar, according to the man known as Baron Nigels of the Big Guns. And there are some of the pipes for the beering and that kind of stuff. So this is where we will be keeping those kegs of ale. And hopefully there'll be one with your name on it. So come on, let's take you upstairs to the lounge bar area, which I think is one of the nicest parts, by the way. And there was a gentleman in the comments last night. His name is Lord of the Jake, and he wanted to see the outside terrace. So guess what? That's where we're going to go. So this is the view from behind the bar, which I think is a pretty good view, isn't it? And just imagine it when, well, not when we're packed, shall we say, but let's imagine when there's 10, 15, 20 people in here. I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic venue in downtown Paphos. Big shout out to Lord Lee and of course his girl, Lady Vicky. And we thank you for your comment. Hopefully, yeah, it will be the most popular bar in Paphos, possibly even in Cyprus. Let's keep our fingers crossed. And for those of you curious to know about the sort of prices we're going to charge, we are going to charge the norm. We've already started to investigate. So a pint is around about €3.50 for a Liam or a Keo. So that's the price that we're going to charge. For a Guinness, it'll be about €4.50. And for those fancy ciders, again, somewhere around the €4.50 or so. So we're not going to be expensive. So hopefully you'll come in and sup on something that you like. Now, up the Hollywood staircase we shall go. We think we are going to keep it with a red carpet. I mean, I don't think this one's any good, but I think we're going to put a brand new red carpet down. And I think perhaps do the rails in gold. But drop it in the comments. What do you think? What colour scheme should we go through? And I do think now that that is a fabulous view. I think the ceiling is amazing. And it's the same ceiling in the lounge bar area. It's just the camera will not allow me to pan up that high. Anyway, Lord of the Jake, you wanted to go and see the outside terrace. So let's go and have a look. Now, obviously, that outside terrace is not in a fit state at the moment, but you are going to get the general idea. Now, behind this wood trellising is actually quite a nice looking ornamental railing. So I think we're going to take the wood trellising down and rejuvenate that. And then, of course, open up the views. Because if you are, well, twisting this way and that way, you can actually see the blue Mediterranean Sea. If you squint and look to the left and to the right, you can. But great view. Of course, car park across the road, some nice trees. Obviously, we're going to put canopies on here and clean the living daylights out of it, put some nice chairs and some umbrellas. Great place to come and enjoy the calmness and the tranquility of the most famous street in Paphos, which of course is Bar Street, on a day, because we'll be open from 10 a.m. in the morning until midnight. And of course, if we've got a good gang in, we're going to stay open that a little bit later, just to make sure that you get a spectacality of a time when you come and visit us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. So again, this is the upstairs bar. Again, quite a decent sized bar. And I think the ceilings are absolutely amazing. I like the glitter on that pillar. We are going to try and keep as much of the glitter that we can, but of course some of it has been destroyed, for example, in the lower levels. So we're going to come up with a solution for that. This is going to have some nice curtain poles and some fancy curtains. Of course, so are those two little windows over there. And of course, so is the main event, which is the outside upstairs terrace. So imagine it and keep on coming back every single week. And of course, we will take you on this little adventure as we turn this into the glamour and glitz of the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And there's one or two unique little bits and bobs. If you watched the last video, this was the bike that was on the floor. So we're going to hang that from the ceiling. Hopefully Mountain Man ducks his head, otherwise he's going to be going home with a bruise or two. And over here we've got quite a fancy chandelier, shall we call it, and we're going to glam that up as well and make it in gold and get some rather nice, what do we call them, glass shades to go on top of it. Is that what you call them? And then this area here is on top of the actual bar, and the idea is to put a lip around the outer edge and mimic the blue Mediterranean Sea. And again, as Caroline and Nigel were saying, why not perhaps at the very end of it put the Paphos Castle and slowly try to mimic the Quai de Paphos promenade and harbour area in this little area. So hopefully we can come up with some unique and imaginative ideas, and hopefully when you come, you're going to absolutely love it and keep on coming back again and again. Now, toilets are upstairs, and they are of a good size, by the way. And we think, to be honest, without trying to knock any of the other parts in around Quai de Paphos, they're already equal to them before we've even cleaned them. So they are going to be nice when they have been Marika-ized, shall we say. And again, to the rear of the lounge bar area, there's actually more toilets. So we've got plenty of toilets. But I have noted that one or two people have said, yes, we are going to install a toilet downstairs as well. Obviously for the slightly older clientele that perhaps don't want to go up the stairs. We're back down the stairs. And again, there is that view of what we think is quite possibly the greatest bar in downtown Quai de Paphos. And we intend to make the Marika and Me Lounge Bar the greatest bar in downtown Quai de Paphos. And we hope that you guys, as you say in the comments, will come and visit us once or twice. As I say, we'll be open from 10 until at least midnight. Doesn't matter if it's piddling down with rain, perhaps if you're travelling back from Larnaca Airport. Yes, Lord and Aldo. Yes, Lady Sylvie. And you're thinking, I wouldn't mind popping in somewhere for a drink. Well, let's say you touch down in Larnaca at around about 9 o'clock. You can rest assured that when you get to Quai de Paphos, this bar will be open and it will be waiting especially for you. Doesn't matter whether it's January, whether it's February. piddling down with rain. We'll be open until 12 o'clock, and you will always be given a huge, huge welcome when you walk through that door. There's the view down Bar Street. As I keep telling everyone, the most famous street in Paphos. Every man, woman, dog and cat knows where it is. So we're going to be very, very easy for you guys to find. If you're staying in the Sofiana Hotel, that's literally to the back of us. The Dionysus Central Hotel is just across the road. If you go that away, that I'm pointing in now, in 30 seconds you'll be in the Anemi Hotel. Of course, the Alexander the Great Hotel, the Amavi Hotel, the Annabelle Hotel, and that's before we start to mention all of the apartment complexes that are available for you guys to stay when you come to downtown Paphos. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that like, please don't forget to smash that subscribe, and please don't forget to keep on coming back to the little channel known as Marika and Me, to make sure you get your weekly fix as we rejuvenate this bar and make it, hopefully, fingers crossed, the greatest bar in the world. If you want to make a contribution to the channel, obviously you can hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. You can also gift us via YouTube. Of course, in the comment section, there is a heart-shaped button. That's where you can gift us as little as $1.99. Obviously, you can go through to our About page on YouTube as well, and that's where you will find our email. And if you'd like to gift a sum of money, we thank you very, very much indeed. And of course, we say a big, big thank you to Nigel and Caroline. They've helped us out an awful lot. Of course, Princess Tracy, we thank you very, very much indeed. Lord Andy, Lady Ness, oh, we thank you an awful, awful lot. And of course, Baron von Cigar goes without question. And of course, the greatest accountant in the world, Lady Victoria, we thank you very, very much indeed. And hopefully you guys will dig deep and perhaps gift us 50, 100, 500, 1,000, 5,000, why not? Many people are doing it. And we'll make this the greatest venue for you guys when you come to downtown Paphos. Thanks for watching. And of course, I'll look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed.